Good morning from Snyder Smoke Shack here in Northern California, guys. I'm going to take an 18-pound prime grade brisket and I'm going to bring it up to a 24-hour smoke. That's unprecedented because most people run it to 12 to 14 hours. So that being said, what we're going to do is I've already done this on the brisket. I've already taken and I've already put the mustard down as the meat binder, as the meat glue, and I've used a Pork Perfect carne asada seasoning and the Lone Star brisket seasoning right here from Walmart. And the reason for that is because there's people that are coming over to the barbecue that cannot have garlic. They have garlic allergies, and that's a hard thing to go through, but that's fine. So we're going to find a way around it. And what we found a way around is we have no garlic in these three matches that we've got. We put them here, and they're ready to go on the barbecue. So what I want to do is I want to show you the difference between a prime and a choice brisket. The prime and a choice brisket here, guys, this is the point and this is the flat. If you take your brisket and you pick it up before it's even cooked and it goes like that, guys, you are going to have an absolute perfect product in the end. Normally you go to the store and you get them and they're very stiff or they're very thick. You want something that's uniform and goes completely through uniform as much as you can. And on a brisket, it's hard, but you just have to be careful and choose it. So what I'm doing today is I've got the Green Mountain Grilled Daniel Boone. It's a 25-year-old barbecue pit. And I've got it up to, I'm bringing it up to 190 degrees temperature right now, guys. And what that's going to do, it's going to hold this in there. It's not going to dry this out, and it's going to let it go for 24 hours. We're going to put a water bath in there. We're going to make sure that everything stays humid in there to keep the moisture content within our brisket. So today I've already got it rubbed down. I got it seasoned up, and the grill's up to almost temperature. So now that you've seen this, the next step that we're going to do today, guys, is we have our pre-mixed injection. And what I used is I used a half a cup of Wash Your Sister sauce. I used a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, and I used up to 2 cups of beef broth. And that's going to take your flavor profile. It's going to keep it well, and you're going to get a really good flavor in the end. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start injecting this brisket. And what you want to do when you're injecting this, you want to keep it in the same hole so you just don't lose like what just happened there. You want to get that all around. Inject as much as you possibly can into it. And as you're doing this, you just, like I said, you just want to use the same hole, move it around, and that's going to inject that injection in throughout the whole meat and the muscle. And brisket is one of the toughest things that you can cook because it is a muscle. It's a very, very highly used muscle in the cow. And it takes a long time to be able to render those fats down and get them into a point to where you turn them into flavor instead of leather. So we're going to finish injecting this and get all that in there. And this is really going to improve the flavor, guys. You're not going to get anything better than this. And you want to make sure you get enough into that point because that point is a lot thicker than the flat. So you're going to keep on just going through, keep it in the same hole, and that keeps everything inside as best as you can. And once we get this injection done, we are going to throw it onto the pit. And it's ready to go on the pit now. You don't want to add too much injection to it because when you would add too much injection to it, it slows your cook time down. So you can actually get it done in 12 to 14 hours. But if you put too much injection in there, it's going to take you up to a 22 to 24. So you got to find that balance point there. So we're going to open the pit. As you can see, it's all cleaned out. It's already all prepped up. And what we're going to do is we've got this Master Grill meat probe, and it's a four-point meat probe. We want to make sure that we get the channels accordingly to where it is going into the meat. And you can see it's a little tough trying to get that in there. But after 24 hours is what you're looking for, is you're looking for a probe tender product. So you can see I've got 2 into the flat, and I got 2 into the point. A little tough there on the point. But that's all going to change. So what we're going to do now is we got the probes already inserted. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to set this on. So we got a hot side and we got a cool side here on the pit. The way it is, we got our heat dispersion plate here, and I've got it set mostly to the right, which means that you're going to have a lot hotter area here on the left than you will on the right. So that means that I'm going to put the point, the thickest area here in the hottest part of the pit, and that gives it a little equal. It's all consistency. You've got to have consistency when you're trying to do something like this. So now you can see, you've already seen how tender this muscle is. So we're going to set it here on our grill. We're going to take our reader, we're going to take that out. Wash my paws off here for a second. We're going to keep all these probes. You got to make sure that these are not going to get into any direct heat, because that will mess them up. So now we got the probe in. I'm going to turn it on with my dirty paws, which I'll clean it off later. But you can see we got 70, 61. Already I'm seeing a 106. That is a dead flag that we got something wrong with that probe. So I'm going to unplug that probe, because I don't trust that, and I don't want to look at that. I know it's not 106 when I've got these anywhere from 50, 70, 66. Those are going to change throughout the smoke. So now the next step that we're going to do, guys, is this is what I call a smoke tube. And again, this is a Walmart special. This is like $12.99 at Walmart. Great price. It's a great product. What I use this for is, especially on a low and long smoke, I'll put this here on the grill away from the smokestack. And what that does is allows that smoke to kind of roll around that before it exits out the smokestack. So we take a torch, we're going to light this thing up. I've already got this. Of course, the lighter don't want to work, but I've already got it filled up with my pellets, and I will show you the pellets that I use. A lot of people go above and beyond. They like to go out to the, the master build, or they like the Traeger pellets, and those are great, guys. There's nothing wrong. I mean, wood's wood, but the fact of the matter is here is that this is a $9 bag of hardwood hickory pellets from Walmart. And that's what you want, because that's where you're really going to get your best flavor from. I'll let that burn for about 30 seconds, and then I'll blow it out so it doesn't continue to burn. So once that's done, we let this go to bed, and we let it rest for an hour and 45 minutes. Once that hour and 45 minutes is over, then you come back, and then you'll flip the brisket and put the fat cap down. And then you'll continue to do that until it reaches up to 130 to 150 degrees. And what you're doing is you're trying to get all that smoke into that meat as fast as you can before it reaches that 125, 130 degree threshold where it's not going to accept that smoke anymore. Once we do that, then we're going to wrap it. We'll put it on here. We call that the Texas crutch. The Texas crutch, we all know what that is. It's all over YouTube. But let's just get simplified here. It keeps the moisture in, and it steams the meat. I'm going to do everything I can do not to do that today. I want as much smoke flavor as I can into this as we can. Now that we've blown that out, we're going to shut the pit. Give it an hour and 45 minutes, guys, and we'll see then. Well, welcome back to Snyder Smoke Shack, guys. It's been a little bit, but yeah, it's been 26 hours now. So I put it on at 11 o'clock. Here we are at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So here we go. We took it off of the smoker, took it off the pit, and it's been resting, and we're at a constant temperature of nice 160 degree. I did not want to use the Texas crutch. This is not the Texas crutch, guys. This is purely to try to keep the moisture in after letting it rest. It's been resting for 7 hours now. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this thing up. Oh, wow. This is the first time I've seen this, guys. Would you take a look at that? That's the first money shot, guys. Let's take a look at this. We're going to take this. So our grain is running this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it. I'm going to slice this right at, oh, I could tell you right now, this is perfect. Look at this. Look at that, guys. Let's take a look at this money shot. Wow, guys. So 24 hours. This is something that I've never done before, but yet here we are. Would you look at that? That is beautiful. We got family here. They just pulled up, so everybody's been salivating for over 24 hours, guys. Thank you for taking a look at my YouTube page. Thank you for taking a look at this video. Please leave comments and support, and I will try to do everything I can do to be able to get into to talking back and replying to you. So what I'm going to do here, just like every other video, look at that. You're not going to find anything like that anywhere else than Snyder's Smoke Shack, where once you put my meat in your mouth, you're going to want to swallow. We'll catch you next time, guys. Have a great day.